Hi, Doris Perez. You're the first person on here. Story Media, you're the second. Hi, good morning, Lynn Werner. Hello, hi, Melrod.
Melrod.
Hi, it's happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, all of you. We're home together again. Here we are.
We're still home together.
We're still home together. We're very happy home together. And we're very happy always that you guys join us. Patrick used to ask, are you new to our home together? You took off your cap.
I know, because I thought, I don't know.
You thought it would be nice
in
honor
maybe I'll
of
put
our
it back
guest.
on. Yeah.
So we're really excited to be welcoming our guest today. We have a surprise guest, and what I'm excited about is that this surprise guest is going to be talking about Feeding America. They're doing a show tonight, Parks and Rec. Mm-hmm. We didn't say which person. There's a lot of people on Parks and Rec, so we could be talking to any of the people.
Yeah, could be Rob Lowe.
Could be Rob Lowe. Many people guess Rob Lowe.
Chris Pratt.
Could be Chris Pratt.
It could be
Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler.
Yep.
Could be, you never know.
Could be so many different people. But what's great is all of those people got together to shoot this new episode.
Yep.
And it's all going to benefit Feeding America. And so they donated their salaries to Feeding America, and we can all donate while the show goes on, and NBC, Subaru, and State Farm will match us up to $500,000 to Feeding America.
Which is awesome. So not only do you get the pleasure and the entertainment of watching a new Parks and Rec and getting to do something with your afternoon, but at the same time they're doing it for a great cause, continuing to raise money, which is really awesome, and we're just excited to talk to this person today. And hear kind of how they came up with the idea, what to expect in the show,
so
how they chose about the charity. Yes, we are going to watch it, and hopefully you guys will too. So, and it's 2:00 on the dot.
Yeah, on the dot. So most people guessed Rob Lowe, that we were going to be talking to Rob Lowe. People say, welcome back, Patrick.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Okay, there's somebody trying to get on. Somebody's bothering us, trying to get on with us.
Oh, Rob Lowe.
Lowe, who is it? It's trying
know.
to get on to talk about Parks and Rec and Feeding America. Oh, also and something else. Oh, look who it is.
Surprise.
Oh, we got 2 for 1.
Oh my God.
Oh, they're home together.
Patrick, I like your sweater.
Turn this up a little bit. You guys are looking good today.
How are we?
We're doing good. Doing well. Thank you.
Good. Well, we're so glad that you're on our show today to talk about that Parks and Recs is back for one night only and for a great cause.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing another episode. In fact, there are going to be 2 things happening tonight. Starting at 8 o'clock, the Paley Center is doing a Paley Center retrospective on the show, on the life of the show. That starts at 8, so be sure to tune in for that. Okay. And then at 8:30 starts the special, and I think it goes a little bit long. It goes a little bit past 9, but yeah, it's a new half an hour of Parks and Rec. We filmed it in quarantine. And of course, it's all to benefit Feeding America. We're asking that people go check out Feeding America /Parks and Rec. You can donate. Feeding America is this really extraordinary food bank. It's a nationwide food bank, and obviously right now there's a lot of people who are really struggling to get food on the table. And so until we can go back to normal, we'll be stocking those food banks so the people who are, living paycheck to paycheck and really struggling in this moment can at least get food on their table.
I saw that they did a special sheet so you go on there, you can do $5, $10.
Yeah, $5, $10
more.
Yeah.
And NBC, Subaru, and State Farm will match you up to $500,000. And all you guys donated your salary also to Feeding America.
Yeah, we donated our salary, and as well, the studio is not charging a fee to the network, which is pretty cool. So it's all going to a really great cause, which is obviously it's a great thing. Mike Schur, our creator, he's just such a smart guy and a thoughtful, caring person to put this together. And it was, although the circumstances around it are really tough. It was really fun to get back together, and I'm glad that we were all motivated to get into another episode because people have talked about if we'd ever do a reunion, and everyone has always said yes. And so now we got to do one.
So who came up with this idea? I think it's really genius to, use this kind of film and television as a medium to bring awareness, to bring entertainment to people that are at home, and then in turn to also raise money. Who came up with this idea?
Well, I think the idea of bringing Parks and Rec back came from Mike Schur. He's, he and Greg Daniels are the co-creators of the show. Mike has gone on to have a career. He does The Good Place, and he's just he's a Boston guy. Went to Harvard, and he's a really smart, thoughtful guy. And it was his idea, and he sent out an email inquiring if we would be interested, and it took all of maybe 30 seconds for every single castmate to respond with a resounding yes, we'll do it. And so it was his idea, but then when the script came in, it was about 9 or 10 different writers on the front page. So I think everybody was really eager to get back, and we wrote a script. Not we, but the writers wrote a script, and it's hilarious. And it was like we stepped right back into it, and there was no ring rust at all. We just got right down to it.
So how'd you do that? Did you have to go into a room in your house and go and film it yourself on your iPhone, or what?
Yeah, basically. Well, the production team gotten together. We have this great producer named Morgan Sackett, and I think, do you know Morgan, don't you, Patrick? Didn't he produce on the movie that you did?
Yeah, I just did a film with him and Amy for Netflix in November, December. So I love both of them. They're both great.
Yeah, they're both so great. Well, they just mobilized the troops, and before I knew it, there was a sanitized bin in front of my house, which included a camera. Basically an iPhone, but everyone had to shoot on the same medium so they could edit it together. So everyone had the same iPhones, as well as these really, I'm actually using it right now because in true Parks and Rec fashion, I stole a bunch of the stuff. It's this amazing tripod called a Joby, and it's so awesome. They are not sponsors of the show or anything like that. You can probably find it if you look it up. It's a really great way. There's a microphone and a light that's all connected. So we all had the same gear, and we shot it. We, would FaceTime on a separate phone with the directors as each of us shot our segments, so they were able to give us direction and virtually produce and direct us while we did the scene. And they would read the lines off camera and stuff. So you'll see how it all comes together, but it works pretty seamlessly.
So I think that a lot of people on here have been, over the last weeks, we've been talking about, how people have been kind of shifting and pivoting their work and kind of dealing with having to be at home. You were obviously just filming in the midst of a film when all of this kind of happened. You had to come home. How have you been kind of changing your routine or continuing to stay busy?
Well, I was in London. We were shooting Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic World 3, and I was gearing up to be gone for about a half a year, and so I had been really kind of dreading it. As much as I love being on set, that's the one thing that's always difficult is just the distance from Catherine, from Jack, my son, and it's a hard thing to be, on location for a long time. And so we were about 2 weeks in, and this thing hit. So I was really kind of already really homesick and wishing I could be home. And then the next thing you know, I was home. And so for me, I've really just been trying to find the silver lining and just get a breath of fresh air being home and understand that a month ago, I really wanted to be home. And so, yes, it's a bummer that we're not shooting right now. We will get back to it eventually. And when that happens, I'll be happy to go back. But for me, it's been really nice to be home, and I'm letting myself off the hook. Like, if I'm not busy every day, it's not bothering me. I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm about to get really busy again. I have these seasons in my life where it's really busy.
Right.
And then I take a break and I decompress. And this is it shifted the order of that a little bit. And it took very little transition time to get right back into just decompressing and relaxing and, still trying to stay fit and still trying to eat right and stay healthy. But that's been kind of tough, But for the most part, I'm not really busy, and it's been nice. I can just relax and do very little.
So, Chris, you were talking about that the show tonight,
Yes.
is going to benefit Feeding America, which is helping so many people who find themselves on the brink of poverty, unemployed, worrying about their electricity, their food, and all that sort of stuff. You're also doing this all-in challenge, which
Yes.
is also raising money. So tell us a little bit about that. And so great that you're doing both of these organizations and giving back in such a big way.
Give us the elevator pitch for it. Get everyone hyped up to want to go and
The
enter.
elevator pitch.
Well, I mean,
I
this has got to be the most genius all-in challenge contest that we've seen, and it's making me want to even enter. So,
well, you're gonna.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so basically, the elevator pitch. Have you ever heard that term, Maria?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I love that. I love that term. It's like if you were in an elevator with someone and you only had the elevator ride.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're in a very tall building, so I'm going to slow the elevator pitch down to get 1,000 floors. Basically, 100% of the money that we're raising through this auction goes directly to Feeding America, Meals on Wheels, World Central Kitchen, and so basically, it's a challenge. I was challenged by Justin Bieber, but Russell Wilson. I mean, if you go on the website, it's on fanatics.com, or you just put in allinchallenge.com and it'll direct you there. Yeah. It's an auction that site, and you can buy experiences or items. You can enter a sweepstakes, or you can be highest bidder on any number of different things that have been put up by various celebrities. And so I think like to have dinner with Tom Brady went for like $750,000 or something.
But we're not
interested
interested in having dinner with Tom Brady.
Well, I am.
But I want to know what he's doing. We don't want to.
So what I did for the All-In Challenge, this is amazing. I truly think it's the best thing in there. I talked to Universal and essentially I'm auctioning off spots in the next Jurassic World to be eaten by a dinosaur. And so if you win the contest, it's a $10 to enter, anybody can enter, then you will get cast in Jurassic World 3 as the victim, the unearned death by a dinosaur. And so we've got actually two auction items. One is going to be a sweepstakes, so really anybody can join. And then the second one is an auction item. So whoever is the highest bidder gets it. So I've done things similar to this in the past, raising money with auctions using CrowdRise or various auction site charities websites, and the idea has always been that when it's the highest bidder, people don't like that because they want your average person to have an opportunity to get the item. Right. But at the end of the day, sweepstakes don't always raise as much money as the highest bidder because there might be a billionaire out there who just wants to buy. If that's you, if you're watching right now, I'm talking to you, any billionaire, get your fifth wife in the movie, this is the greatest anniversary. This is what you do. Do it. So and right now it's going for only $37,000 to be in the movie, immortalized forever. So you can go on there and spend that. It's a tax write-off. Wouldn't you rather spend $37,000 getting yourself eaten by a dinosaur in a film, immortalized forever? I would.
Sure. Now that's really important to note that the bigger auction, all you need is $10.
$10.
So you go to the
for the sweepstakes, it's just a lotto. So $10 gets you in, and you can enter as many times you want.
And then if you're the other guy that he talked about with the wife and stuff, you can go with the
husbands. We don't know. We got a lot of boss billionaire ladies out there too. Come on, get yourself in the movie.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, boss billionaire women. If you're out there and you want to be eaten by a dinosaur, that's always been on your to-do list or your bucket list.
It's been on mine. I've had dreams of it. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I hadn't thought about that, but maybe I'm always looking for a first. So at my age, that's good. So maybe I'll join one of those.
There you go.
I'm definitely going to bid on it.
What if you're scared of dinosaurs and you mess up? Is that okay, or is it going to get cut?
No.
It won't. You can't get cut.
You can't get cut.
No. Guaranteed to be in the movie. You won't get cut.
Guys. No matter what.
I put that in there. I stipulated that because I was like, because this is something you're going to be in the movie. You're going to be in the movie forever. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. Jurassic Park.
So tonight we can support Feeding America by watching Parks and Rec. That's really important.
Just tuning in is support enough, but you can also go above and beyond and donate if you feel so inclined.
Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to not only tune in, but we're going to donate to Feeding America. We're going to join that sweepstakes.
We're going to talk with Chris at 2. We're going to watch Chris tonight at 8:30.
8 o'clock for the Paley retrospective, 8:30 for the show.
Oh my God,
a lot of Chris tonight. Then we're going to enter Chris's sweepstake.
Yeah.
Then I can't afford the bid, but maybe you will do that.
I'm a boss lady. So,
so there's a lot of stuff. You're raising a lot of money for charity. You're raising a lot of awareness. You're doing everything that you can while being at home, which is really awesome to see and something that I look up to about you. And I think that it's really great that you're doing all of this. And
I think, Chris, and one thing I thought you could talk a minute about is before we leave is that you grew up kind of living on the brink. You grew up in a small town in tough circumstances, and so many people don't have a sense of what that is like. What do you think is the biggest misconception of people that are, working hard and yet also find themselves in a situation where they have to go to the food bank?
Well, listen, it's a great question, and I feel as though I'm in this lucky position to have really come from, look, we're always privileged. I mean, we were Americans, and in my opinion, that puts you at a great advantage. We were a paycheck to paycheck family. If stuff, we got hit with pretty hard medical stuff and lost our house. I mean, I understand what that's like.
Yeah.
And there's this sentiment going out there, and it's coming from a lot of celebrities like, hey, we're all in this together. We're all in the same boat. And it's like, no, you're not. You're not in the same boat. You have a dope boat. You have a big old boat. And some people don't. Some people, you get paid paycheck to paycheck. That's the life, I remember growing up, you look at, and I'm so fortunate, I understand how blessed I am, but I remember looking at a menu at a restaurant. I would never look at the food and then go over to see how much it costs. I would look at the cost. I would pick the lowest one, and that's what you would order. You know what I mean? You didn't order anything large. And you almost never went out to eat. We struggled. There was a lot of love and a lot of laughter. And it doesn't matter who you are. We were talking about this the other night, Maria. It doesn't matter who you are. There is struggle in every person's life. And I think, I understand the sentiment of how it's kind of annoying to hear celebrities talk about how we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And so there's no shame in needing a little help, especially at a moment like this, because listen, there's a lot of people who are able-bodied, not sick, who could go out and work tomorrow, but then they'd be putting our elderly at risk. They'd be putting people at risk. And so you don't do that. And instead you do the right thing, which is you stay home. And if that means that you're not getting paid and you need a little bit of help, then I'm glad to be part of the system that will help folks do the right thing here. There's a lot of people who could go out and start working tomorrow, and they're even a little frustrated that they don't get to. Yeah. And I understand that. I understand that, because when you're struggling, you want to pay. If your kid is hungry, you want to go out and feed him, even if it means you could get sick, even if it means you could get someone else sick. I get it.
I think that's such an important point, because we see all of these protests, or we see a lot of people going out and saying, I want the economy to reopen. I want to go back to work. And then we see other people saying they should stay home. And so often, as you're saying, people are in different boats, right? I love that thing where you're saying you have a dope boat and someone else doesn't have a dope boat. And so there are millions and millions of people who are living paycheck to paycheck before this, and those numbers have increased. And we don't know their stories. And so the truth is, we're not in the same boat. We're having a collective experience, but it's very individual.
Yeah, you're right. But we are in the same ocean.
Yeah.
And it's really rough right now. And so we got to help. We got to help out where we can, and you got to try to laugh and try to have fun, and also just try to understand where other people are coming from. It's like we're so divided right now. You see some people protesting on the steps of whatever in at their state capitol, and we're like, what are these jerks doing? And it's like, dude, they're struggling, man, is what they're doing. And they're trying to voice that right now. And thank God we live in a country where you can voice that. And you just want to try to understand and empathize with everybody out there, because it's hard. So if you got to go wait in the, I live next door to Ebenezer Lutheran Church, and there was a food bank there, and I'm not too proud to say that there was moments where we might have needed stuff from that food bank, or where the milk that we drank wasn't milk, but it was like some powder that you mix with tap water to make it look like milk. You know, like,
yeah.
But we got by. You know what I mean? That's what, if you got a roof over your head and you got some food in your stomach, you're gonna be okay. And so that's what this is about.
And that's why it's so great what you're doing. So once again, we want to remind people, 8 o'clock, there's the Paley Show honoring Parks and Rec, 8:30. You can watch Parks and Rec. All of the proceeds from Parks and Rec tonight go into Feeding America. And Feeding America will be, you can donate as the show goes on tonight, and they will match it up to $500,000. And the All-In Challenge.
When does that expire? How long do people have to donate towards that? Or enter?
I think both for the All-In Challenge, it's 2 weeks from yesterday, and then for this is for the Parks and Rec, Feeding America / Parks and Rec is open through May 21st, I believe. So you can continue to go there. It'll be fun to tune in and watch tonight. Is like, you know, hopefully the money gets raised. We all have said it. We want to raise $1 million. We want to match that 500,000. So we're hoping by the end of the night we've raised $1 million.
Okay, well, we'll do our parts. We'll do our part.
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not going to put $1 million, but we're definitely going to watch and we're going to donate.
Yeah,
for sure.
You guys, I really love what you're doing. This is really fun, and being right here, right now, it's just uncanny. You guys are both so beautiful. Like, you're just such a beautiful family. I'm so lucky to have married into such a gorgeous family.
You're going to have another beautiful.
Uh-oh, you froze.
Called in the middle.
Say that again. Say that again. Uh-oh, you froze. Come again. What'd you say?
You're going to have another beautiful member. Are we frozen?
No, you're back.
Okay.
You're back. Yes, we are. Another one.
Together today.
I'm sorry, Maria. You froze one more time. Say it again.
I said, thank you for joining us. We know you have somewhere else to go, so we thank you for joining us. Yeah. Remember,
my pleasure.
You said you had somewhere to go, so go ahead and thank you. And we'll talk all about you when you get off.
Great. I love you guys. Great job. I love the show, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. So that was
great.
That was great.
I think it's still. Are we frozen? Is he frozen? I'm not sure who's frozen here.
Okay. Well, anyway, I don't think we're frozen.
No?
No.
Okay.
So let's recap that.
Yes.
Parks and Rec tonight.
Well, the first part is at 8.
Yep.
And then it's at 8:30. You can watch the actual show. And during the show, they will be asking for donations to Feeding America. And they will be actually matching up to $500,000 of donations. And at the same time, he donated his time. They donated their paychecks. Yeah, all of them did. So, it just said some message there, but maybe he's still on. I have no idea. But anyways, it's really awesome to see what they're doing and to bring great content, fun content, entertaining stuff to people, continuing to raise money, raise awareness. And then at the same time, he has this all-in challenge where you get to enter just $10. You get to enter in a sweepstake. That's all for Feeding America again. And if you win it, you get to get eaten by a dinosaur in Jurassic World Dominion, I think it's called. So
that sounds fun. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
We're going to go join that sweepstake.
Big pterodactyl coming down and just swooping you up.
I love what he said, though, about the way he grew up and about, some people have more dope boats than others, but we're all in the same ocean. Yeah. And that's very true. And so we can all do our part. And I loved what he said also about we don't know everybody's story. And, the less judgmental, the more compassionate we are towards one another, the better we will all be. As a country and as humanity, really, the better we will all be, the more we understand each other. So that was really nice that he joined us on Home Together.
Yeah, it was great to have him on.
That was a hard booking.
That was a hard booking. It took us a few weeks, but it happened at the perfect time.
Yeah. He just
perfect day.
Wow. We're really grateful to Chris Pratt. Isn't his thing called like The Real Pratt or
Pratt? Yeah.
Pratt. And he has a lot of fans. That if you joined us for the very first time, I'm Maria Shriver.
And I'm Patrick Schwarzenegger. Thank you so much for watching us. We do these each and every day. We try to highlight certain individuals like Chris today that are utilizing their platform, taking advantage of this moment in time to help other people, to give back, to find ways to bring optimism, raise money, raise awareness. So we thank you guys so much for watching us today, and hopefully you continue to join us. And yeah.
Don't forget to watch tonight.
Don't forget to watch.
Bye.
Have a great day.
See ya. Bye-bye.